Parties, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon.
90 minutes. That's all it took for Justin Baldoni to land a major courtroom win against Blake Lively. And let's just say, it sent Blake and her legal team into full-blown panic mode. But was this the final verdict? Not quite. Still, it was a pivotal moment in shaping the case's trajectory. And judging by how things are playing out, it's not looking good for Blake. If you haven't been keeping up, here's the deal. Blake Lively filed a massive $250 million lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, accusing him of harassment. But Justin didn't back down. Instead, he fired back even harder, with a $400 million countersuit, alleging extortion and defamation.
Actor-director Justin Baldoni is now suing his former co-star Blake Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds, seeking more than $400 million in damages, accusing them of defamation and extortion.
And now, they've finally stepped into the courtroom. And trust me, this is shaping up to be one of Hollywood's messiest legal battles in recent history. From the moment proceedings began, Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, came in swinging. And let me tell you, he was on a mission. Blake's legal team? Visibly rattled by his aggressive approach. And honestly, who could blame them? After all, this is the same man who publicly vowed to sue Blake into oblivion.
You're going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan.
And from the way he commanded the courtroom, it was clear he meant every word. Blake's lawyers were so shaken, they tried to hit him with a gag order to shut him down, but the judge wasn't having it. Not today.
The judge chose to not impose the gag order on Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today, but did threaten to move up the trial if the media press war continued.
The judge ruled against Blake's team, pointing out that her own lawyers had been just as vocal in the media, so silencing Fredman would be completely unfair. And just like that, Justin's team scored their first win of the day. But oh, it gets worse for Blake. Her legal team didn't stop there. They went on to argue that Fredman was being too outspoken, claiming his constant interviews and media appearances were making it impossible for them to respond in time.
Blake Lively's lawyer does not like Brian Friedman and says he is being way too chatty about this case to the public, giving them little wiggle room to respond in the court of the public opinion.
Every time Blake's team tried to counter something Fredman said, he was already on to the next big revelation, leaving them scrambling to keep up. But did the judge care? Not in the slightest. He shut down their argument, allowing Fredman to continue speaking freely about the case. Another loss for Blake. But the real chaos erupted when her legal team realized Justin Baldoni wasn't just fighting this battle in court, he was taking it to the internet. Blake's lawyers were absolutely fuming when they discovered Justin had launched a website dedicated to the case, where he planned to upload evidence, including footage, receipts, and lawsuit documents.
Baldoni's team launched a new website over the weekend, featuring an amended legal complaint and a 168-page timeline of events, including newly released text messages allegedly sent between the embattled stars of It Ends With Us, as well as Lively's husband, actor Ryan Reynolds. One alleged text from Reynolds to Baldoni expresses his excitement about It Ends With Us, writing, "This is gonna be incredible. I happen to adore you, Justin."
Blake's team argued that this was highly improper, but Fredman wasn't about to let them run with that narrative. He fired back hard, reminding everyone that Blake Lively was the first to use the media to her advantage. She went straight to the New York Times to air her allegations, giving Justin only 12 hours to respond before the story went live. Before he even had a chance to speak, the article was out, dragging his name through the mud.
The lawyer also brought up the website that was put out this weekend, saying Blake's lawyer also complained about Justin Baldoni's new website dedicated to the case, telling the judge they think this is improper. Brian Friedman, his lawyer, defended this, saying that Blake's team is doing the same thing, citing the New York Times article where Blake first made her sexual harassment claims against Justin. He says the paper only gave Justin 12 hours of notice.
So if Blake could use the media to tell her side, why couldn't Justin? Fredman made that point loud and clear, and once again, the judge ruled in Justin's favor. Then came the biggest blow of the day. Blake's lawyers pleaded with the judge to let her choose who would question her during the deposition, clearly hoping to dodge Fredman. But the judge wasn't having it. He ruled that Blake does not get to decide who deposes her.
Counsel for Miss Lively has made it clear that Miss Lively does not want Mr. Friedman to be the attorney who takes her deposition. We are unaware of any situation that would warrant the deposed party to have a choice in which attorney takes her deposition. Parties to litigation simply do not have the right to decide which of the other opponent's attorneys may or may not take their deposition or perform any other aspects of the opposing party's case. And essentially, the judge agreed and told her lawyer that she does not get to choose who deposes her.
That ruling sent shockwaves through Blake's legal team. The frustration was written all over their faces. Because, let's be real, they know exactly what this means. Fredman is ruthless, and Blake is absolutely terrified of him. For those who don't know, a deposition is when someone is questioned under oath, and everything they say can be used at trial. No spinning the story, no dodging tough questions. And from the way Blake's team has been scrambling to avoid this, one thing is clear, she is not ready to face Fredman head-on. But let's break that down. If Blake Lively is so confident in her allegations, why is she afraid of a deposition? Why is she running from Fredman like he's the bogeyman? If she's telling the truth, shouldn't she be eager to sit down, answer the questions, and let the facts speak for themselves? Instead, her legal team is throwing out every excuse they can think of to keep Fredman away from her.
Listen to me, Blake Lively. Tap out. Tap out. Call Uncle right now. Please take my advice. I don't feel like I am like Octagon side, the UFC fight, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this guy's neck gonna get snapped? Please just tap out. Be done. Be done with this. Ref, please call Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds out. Just call this out. Because I'm telling you, they are not going to win this.
The judge saw right through their tactics and denied their request. Another win for Justin. By the end of the hearing, it was crystal clear who came out on top. Justin and his team won every single argument in court that day, while Blake's team suffered loss after loss.
We're going to move as quickly as we possibly can and prove our innocence in a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
The judge also confirmed that both lawsuits have been consolidated into one case, meaning this won't be a long, drawn-out legal battle. Instead, it's gearing up to be one explosive courtroom showdown. And guess what? The trial is officially set for March 26th, unless they settle before then. But let's be real, if this case actually makes it to trial, Blake is in serious trouble. And this isn't just a legal fight, it's a battle in the court of public opinion too. Her once flawless reputation is already taking a hit. Fans are divided, some are standing by her, while others are starting to question her motives. Meanwhile, Justin is out here gathering receipts, making sure he has every piece of evidence to clear his name and turn the tables on her. The website alone proves he's not backing down. And honestly, it's a genius move. Blake used the media to attack him, now he's using the internet to fight back. At this point, the real question is, should Blake just apologize and move on before she completely destroys herself? Because if she doesn't find a way out of this, she might end up owing Justin Baldoni a whopping $400 million. And where is Ryan Reynolds in all of this? If Blake loses, it's going to cost them big time. In fact, $400 million is more than their combined net worth. Maybe it's time for Blake to swallow her pride and fix this before she gets completely obliterated in court. Let's not forget, losing this case wouldn't just mean losing money. It would mean losing credibility, reputation, and any chance of people taking her seriously again. Hollywood loves a scandal, but it also loves a winner. And right now, Justin is winning. One thing's for sure, this legal battle is far from over. Expect more drama, more shocking twists, and probably more courtroom meltdowns before it's all said and done. So stay tuned, because this tea is just getting started.